Well, a popular Minnesota channel online is expanding into a new hidden venture called Hidden Middle. Mankato native John O'Sullivan has traveled the world as a tour guide. After moving back to Minnesota, he realized that we have so many stories to tell right here. Photojournalist Tony Peterson talked with John about his new project and why history buffs are going to be especially interested.
People have stuck in their head that we are a Scandinavian people with cold weather, and that's the end of the story. I am a professional tour guide. I'm doing it right now. You're seeing it happen. I've been a tour guide for my whole career. The pandemic led me to start doing TikTok videos. I started making these 1-minute tours. I have a knowledge base that's a mile wide and an inch deep. When we spoke a couple of years ago, WCCO cameraman like Tony, I was doing this on the side. I had a corporate job that I was doing. I actually quit that corporate job back in May to do this full time. So I forced myself to make a video a day, every day for now 4 years. One of the reasons I think that I've been able to be successful is because I'm lighthearted about it, but I take it very seriously. The responsibility to tell the Minnesota story for the people who aren't opening up the newspaper or turning on the TV. At some point, I needed to move beyond the vertical platforms and do something that was going to allow me to tell longer, better stories. And so that's what Hidden Middle is. Hidden Middle is a TV show that we've been working on, which is basically what would 1-minute tours be if we weren't limited to just 1 minute. And so this is a long form series, 20-minute episodes, 6-episode first season that we're working on right now, where we're showing the unexpected connections that bring our world together.
How does a nude John Lennon lead to the iconic Mall of America?
We take these disparate ideas, those become the clickbait to get you to watch the thing, and then we try to reveal a deeper story once you watch the video. We're doing a crowdfunding campaign right now because we want to let the content lead the story, and so we're building the story that we want to tell. Where that story will be told is to be determined. We're using Kickstarter to raise $60,000 for Hidden Middle because that's what it costs to produce 6 episodes. It's a lot of people involved. We're going beyond just this thing. We have a proper production crew and budget. Hidden Middle is a co-production of 1-minute tours and Propellant Films. This place, Minnesota, is a place that is part of the American tradition, and it needs to have stories told.
An online fundraiser has already raised more than $50,000 for this project. The campaign ends on Friday. We have got the man himself live in the studio. John is joining us right now to talk about this project. And one of the things that really got me in this, I mean, you're following dreams here. You went all in on this passion project and it's really worked. Like, what advice do you have for people out there to just step into a dream?
I always tell people to just make things, and that's what I did. I started by my daily walk. I was on Summit Avenue living in St. Paul at the time, and I pulled out the camera and just started recording myself. And that's turned into a full business now 2 years later where I have employees and all that, but it takes just putting yourself out on a limb and doing it.
And for people who might not understand the process, I mean, you started doing it on your own and then it became a business and people wanted you to come out. They wanted you to, like, it turned into something much more.
Yeah, this was a pandemic project. I worked as a tour guide for a living, and so I couldn't give tours during the pandemic, so I started doing this just for fun. And I didn't really expect it to take over my life.
And you do them typically in these 1-minute increments.
Yeah. So 1-minute tours is the name of the social handle that I use because it's a really interesting creative constraint. It's easy to talk about the history of whatever if you have unlimited time, but with only 60 seconds and no edits, all in real time on location, there's a little bit of pressure that comes with that.
Yeah, there is, but I've learned a lot, I will say. I really have enjoyed going to your Instagram page and thinking, oh, I didn't know this about the place I live. And I know you want to kind of go deeper on that knowledge with the Hidden Middle, but let's give some people examples of history that you've kind of tapped into. One has to do with Target Center basketball.
Yeah, so I mean, the Target Center is an amazing facility, but I was born in '85. I still think of the Target Center as being new and sleek and interesting. It's the second oldest arena in the NBA, and I don't think we appreciate that. It has to do with the way that NBA ownership rules work and that they let venture capital firms come in, and so there's much more regular changes of ownership, and what do new owners want? They want new arenas. Well, Glenn Taylor's been the owner of the Timberwolves for quite some time, and so the only arena older than this one is Madison Square Garden.
Wow, okay. Well, it's in great shape. I didn't know that.
Right.
So that's rare how old it is. Okay, while we're on the subject of sports, I have no idea what the connection is here, but you told me there's a connection to Babe Ruth.
Yeah, Babe Ruth played a game here in Sleepy Eye, Minnesota. He went on a barnstorming tour. This is back when major leagues were not the multi-million-dollar contracts as they were today. He made more money barnstorming than he did from the league itself. He would finish the season and then he'd hop a train and go out to places where they'd basically make some money by doing exhibition games. When he came to Sleepy Eye late in the autumn, it was freezing cold. There was even some snow flurries in the air. And so I'm not sure he had the best baseball experience, but he did play, and you can go. It's one of the only baseball stadiums still standing today that Babe Ruth played at.
Okay, well, you are deep diving on this history. We also know one last thing I want to mention is Halloween.
Yes. So we have in Minnesota the largest Halloween costume e-retailer in the world. And it's in my hometown in Mankato. This is like a business that does hundreds of millions of dollars in trade every single year through a huge warehouse where they send every Halloween costume imaginable from this little warehouse. So I did a tour of the warehouse, which is, I can't even describe to you how big this is. And it's one of 2 warehouses. They also have one in Kentucky.
That is amazing. Okay, so we have seen, I mean, our viewers have seen firsthand how fast that you go through this history when you've just kind of rattled it off for us. You want to do a deeper dive with Hidden Middle. You're almost to the goal of making this happen. How can people support you?
They can go to hiddenmiddle.com. That directs people to our Kickstarter, which we're doing. Our big belief is that we think that media should be made in Minnesota. I mean, we're doing it right now, but there's been a big atrophy of makers here in this space as people in New York and LA tell our stories. And so Hidden Middle is going to be a long form version of what 1 Minute Tours is. And we're looking to prove that there's an appetite for this. We currently have 700 backers who have come through to express their interest, and we just need 10K more and we'll be able to make our first season.
Okay, well, I'm definitely hungry for this knowledge. So thank you so much, John. And hopefully you'll make a deal with me right now. When this happens, you'll come back, launch it, and show it off.
Only if I can talk about this amazing studio. I'm so excited to be in this place.
Good, you got it. Deal. Thank you, John.